Hello students, myself Professor Ankur. I welcome all of you for the gate theory session of analog circuits. Today we are going to cover an important topic from BJT, that is BJT small signal models. This is the fifth session of our BJT theory session. So let's start with BJT small signal model. So the first question arises, what do you mean by small signal models? So basically we are trying to get an equivalent circuitry that is representing a device and follows the law of linearity. So whenever we talk about analysis of a device in a circuitry, we replace the device by its equivalent model. That model is defined as small signal model. So just like when we were talking about a diode, the diode were having internal resistance and capacitances. So the equivalent can be observed as a combination of resistance and capacitance. So on similar lines, whenever we talk about an active device, the active device will also have its equivalent model, where you will have elements from the passive family like resistances, and we will have dependent current sources or voltage sources depending on what sort of device you are trying to represent. So in BJT, we have resistance and current sources. So the BJT model can be classified into three types. The first one is RE model. The second is hybrid model. And the third is hybrid pi model. There are three models of BJT: RE model, hybrid model, and hybrid pi model. So we are starting with the first RE model. So in the RE model, we are first discussing the common base configuration. In common base configuration, the emitter terminal is input terminal, collector terminal is output terminal, and the base is defined as the common terminal. So the emitter current will be incoming, the collector current will be outgoing. So when we talk about the BJT RE model, the input junction is the base emitter junction, which is represented by JBE. And since JBE is forward bias, the forward bias base emitter junction will be replaced by its equivalent resistance defined as RE. So RE is basically the resistance measured from the emitter terminal with respect to base. Hence, I can say RE represents the forward bias base emitter junction resistance, and the incoming current is IE. For the output side is having a parameter IC, and for the common base configuration, IC is alpha times IE. So that's the reason the output side will be represented by a current source with a value IC as alpha times IE. So this is going to be a dependent current source. So that's the entire logic of RE model, where the entire representation of a device can be observed in form of a resistance and a current source. So if I try to go for the rearrangement of the model to get the BJT common emitter RE model, so in common emitter RE model, the emitter works like the common terminal for the base and the collector. The base is the input terminal, the collector is the output terminal. So the junction is base emitter junction, which is again your input junction, but the input current flowing is going to be IB. So that's the reason the impedance of the input side gets modified to a value RE with a factor 1 plus beta. When you compare with the common base model, the incoming current was IE and the resistance was RE. So here, since the current is IB and the resistance will now change to a value RE into 1 plus beta, which will be further estimated as beta times RE, because 1 plus beta is approximately equal to beta. And at the output side, we are having collector current IC. And for the common emitter configuration, we are having a current gain beta. So beta can be defined as IC by IB. So I can define IC as beta times IB. So the current source will be a dependent current source with a factor beta times IB, representing the collector current as a function of the base current. We have already studied the relation IC versus IB in the transfer characteristics, which shows a linear graph. The next model, what we are trying to interpret here, is defined as H parameter model. Now, this is the concept of two-port networks where we are having various types of parameters, Z parameter, Y parameter, ABCD parameter, and H parameter. So from that, we are picking up the concept of H parameters for H model. So that is what we mean by the hybrid model of BJT under common emitter configuration. It will have in all 4 parameters: HIE, HRE, HFE, and HOE. So now let's understand what every term stands for. HIE. So the word H stands for hybrid. E basically stands for common emitter, and that's the reason every parameter will have E in it. And the intermediate term, the intermediate alphabet will notify the definition of the parameter. So HIE is basically hybrid input resistance of common emitter. HFE is basically defined as forward current gain of the common emitter. HRE, it is reverse voltage transfer ratio of common emitter. HOE is basically the output conductance of common emitter. So when I try to represent all 4 parameters on a single diagram, you will get the input side represented by HIE and HREVC, and the output side as HOE and HFEIB. So HOE is basically standing for conductance. If I take inverse of that, that will be representing the resistance. So in the figure, if you observe, even if you see HOE, the HOE parameter is representing the conductance, and the inverse of that will be the representation for that resistance. When we go for the approximation, in the approximation, we are having only HIE and HFEIB, and the remaining 2 parameters will get vanished because the value of HRE is very small and the value of the resistance 1 by HOE, that value is going to be very high. So automatically that resistance factor will get eliminated and the current source will be existing on the output side, and when you come on the input side, the voltage source HREVC will work like a short circuit and we are left out with only HIE. The next model that we have, it is defined as hybrid pi model of BJT. Now, what do you mean by hybrid pi model? So this is basically a model that actually considers impact or variation of frequency also. So as far as the analysis is concerned, a better estimation can be made with the help of hybrid pi model, because when you try to understand an amplifier operates for a range of frequencies, or we can say bandwidth. So whenever it happens, the impact of capacitance will come into picture. So whatever are the device capacitance, even they will have an impact on the operation. And that's the reason you will find hybrid pi model is having a better representation of the transistor in terms of resistances and capacitances along with the current source. So now here we are having RBB dash, RB dash E, B dash CE, CB dash C, RB dash C, GM VB dash E, and RCE. So what does this entire thing try to signify? Whenever we talk about the entire structure of the transistor, a transistor is basically a semiconductor element which is fabricated on a semiconductor plane. So obviously the terminals are existing outside for physical connection, but the actual terminals are existing inside. So that's the reason we are having 2 notations, B and B dash, because the B and the B dash are actually corresponding to an understanding regarding the base terminal and the actual base terminal physically present inside. So whatever is the impedance of that path, that will be represented by the value RBB dash. So that's the reason we are having RBB dash. Normally the value of RBB dash is very small, it is negligible. So RB dash E is the resistance between the point B dash and E, or you can say the impedance measured between the base and the emitter of the BJT, which will represent a common emitter base emitter junction, which is forward bias. RB dash C is the resistance existing between the base and the collector. Normally the value is very, very high. It goes into high range of mega ohms because it is representing a reverse bias PN junction. Now, when I see the output side is now represented in the form of a current source, but the value is defined as GM VB dash E. So implies that the collector current will have a value GM VB dash E. It is basically a voltage dependent current source. So it is as good as the input voltage VBE is defining or relating to the output current IC. So it's very simple to understand that whenever we have an impact on VBE, we have an impact on IB, and IB has a direct impact on IC. So we can say that IC is a function of VBE. And that's the reason we came to a logic where the collector current is going to be a function of the VBE voltage. And from that, we got to a concept of GMVBE. RCE stands for the output resistance measured between the collector and the emitter terminal, and that is going to be defined as the output resistance. Normally, many of the books are defining it as RO. And CE is basically the capacitance between base and emitter, and CBC is the capacitance between the base and the collector. These capacitances are basically the capacitances existing at high frequencies because they are device capacitances. The device capacitances will have an impact at the higher frequency operation, and normally they will work like open circuit for low frequency and mid frequency operations. So this is all regarding the hybrid pi model. The model might look complex to all of us, but actually it is very a simple model where we are just trying to put few extra features that will actually give you a better understanding of the device. So the hybrid pi model is basically a popular circuit model for analyzing the small signal behavior of the BJT as well as the FET circuits. Sometimes it is also called as the Guy-Coletto model. So this model was basically with respect to its inventor. If I go for an estimation, or you can say approximation, so between the base and the emitter, the hybrid pi model will have a resistance represented as R pi. That R pi is actually equal to the value of RB dash E, and the voltage across that will be equal to VBE. When we talk about the estimation, we are assuming that the value of RBB dash is very small. So the true base and the actual base existing with respect to the device connection and the terminal existing for the physical connection of the transistor, the resistance between these 2 points is negligible. So we are assuming that the B value is same as B dash value. So automatically the value of R pi will correspond to the resistance between the base and the emitter, representing a forward bias base emitter junction, and the voltage across that will be represented as VBE. Many of them are representing that value as V pi because the resistance is R pi of the hybrid pi model. So the voltage across it will be represented as V pi with plus polarity towards base and minus polarity towards emitter. The current source, as we are aware, will be having the value GM VBE, can be represented as GM V pi also, and the output resistance can be defined as RO, what is actually equal to RCE. So now when I want to find RO, I can use the concept of early effect or base width modulation, and I can estimate the value of RO as VA by IC, where VA is corresponding to the early voltage. The transconductance GM can be defined as ICQ by VT. This is an estimation. So ICQ by VT, where IC is the DC collector current and VT is defined as the thermal voltage, having the value KT by Q, and it can be taken as 26 millivolt or 25 millivolt as per the data with respect to the function of temperature. R pi is basically the input resistance of common emitter configuration in hybrid pi model, which can be defined as beta by GM, where beta can be defined as the current gain IC by IB, where IB is the DC bias current. So when you try to actually compare the hybrid pi model with the hybrid model, we can easily say that the value of beta is going to be same as HFE, because HFE is the forward current gain of common emitter in hybrid model defined as IC by IB. On similar lines, we can define it in terms of beta, which is going to be ratio of IC by IB. So when you see the hybrid pi model of the BJT, I can estimate the value of GM as IC by VT, where VT is going to be KT by Q. The input resistance R pi will be defined as beta by GM, where I can represent the value in terms of GM and IC and VT. So R pi can be beta VT by IC or beta by GM. The output resistance can be defined as VA by IC, where VA is basically the early voltage. So this is all regarding the models. What we have seen in this entire session, we have seen 4 models: the RE model, hybrid pi model. And when we studied the RE model, we have studied the RE model of common base as well as the RE model of common emitter. So overall, we have gone through 4 types of representation of the BJT. These all elements are basically representing a transistor under common emitter configuration, or if you see the first model, it is the common base configuration. It is basically standing for an equivalent circuitry. The word small signal came into picture because we were focusing on the concept of linearity. Since the characteristics by behavior are actually non-linear, whenever we operate on a very small range, the actual curve is going to be as good as or estimated as a straight line behavior, which gives you an understanding of small signal. And that's the reason we landed up with the name defined as small signal models, which were actually known as linear models.